Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Lecture number 10, unit number 8. The title of the unit number 8 is Functions and Graphs. In this video lecture, we will discuss the graphical representation of a function. We need to discuss the graph of a function. Okay. Let's say we have a function y is equal to f of x. Y is equal to f of x is a given function. This is the given function. Remember that every function has its own graphical representation. Mean for every function there is a special set of points in a plane. When you join those set of points, so the curve made from those set of points is called the graph of the function. But what will be the condition on those set of points? For example, in rectangular coordinate systems or in Cartesian coordinate system, let's say this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis, and let's say we have this curve. For example, let's say we have this curve. So actually this curve is made from joining infinitely many points, and each point, if I consider an arbitrary point from this curve, let's say this point, so it has a representation in ordered pair form. This is small x and small y. It means that this point, for the location of this point, for the position of this point, we have an ordered pair because this point lies in a plane. So this ordered pair shows that the distance of this point on x-axis is x small x unit, and on the y-axis the distance is y unit. Mean this point is x unit away from y-axis and y unit away from the x-axis. Okay, so now you see that this xy is an arbitrary point on the curve, and let's say this curve is the graph of the function y is equal to f of x. So remember, when you plug this x in the given function, so you will get this y. So graphically, if I define the graph of a function in a set form, so actually the graph of the function contain the ordered pairs. You see that because let's say if I say this is the graph of the function, so this function is actually, this graph is actually a curve, and this curve is made from infinitely many points, and for each point you must have some ordered pair. So that's why graph is the set of points. You clearly see the set of points such that the domain value x must be the domain of the function. Mean f of x will be equal to y for all x belongs to domain of the given function f. So this is the graph G. So this is the set builder notation form definition of a graph of a function. Actually, graph of a function is the set of the points. You see from this example, I suppose that this curve is the graph of the function. So now every point, this curve which is the graph of the given function is actually set of the points. I choose an arbitrary set of the points. So this is the representation for all set of points. So this must satisfy this condition that when you plug this x in the function you will get y. Mean this x is the domain of the function. So those set of points for which the first element of the ordered pair is the domain, and the second element is actually the output on the domain values, mean that is your range. So such ordered pairs, when you plot in a plane, in xy plane, and join all those points, so you will get a curve, and that curve is said to be function of the graph of the given function. So this is the Serre-Belter notation form definition. Okay, in theoretical form, if I write this discussion, so let f be a function. So I choose it here that let's say this is a function. So let f be a function denoted, defined by y is equal to f of x. This is a function defined by y is equal to f of x. So the set of the points, the set of all points, the set of all points in plane xy such that x is in the domain of f. So these points make the graph of the given function. So the points, so all the points xy, when you plot it in the xy plane and you join those xy points, mean the points are the plane, so you will get a curve. So that curve must be the graph of the given function. So you see, let's say f is a function defined by y is equal to f of x. So the set of all points xy, but the condition on this point is that x is in the domain of f, and when you plug that x in the function, so you will get y is the image of x under that function. So the set of all points xy such that x is in the domain of f is called the graph of f, called the graph of f, and we say that the point xy on the graph f, you clearly see that this point lies on the graph, on the curve of that graph. So we say that the point xy lies on the graph of f, mean that xy lies on the curve of that graph. Okay, remember that in Serre-Belter notation we denote graph by capital G. So this G denotes the graph of f. Then this will be the definition in Serre-Belter notation, or in other words you can say G will be equal to xy ordered pair such that you can write the notation these two dots for such that, or this slash for such that y is equal to f of x, and where x is in the domain of f. So this x must be in the domain of f. So this is the definition of the function of a graph. Now you clearly see from this example that function of the graph is a curve which is made from infinitely many points. And how you can graph, how you can plot those points in xy plane. You will plug the value of x in the given function and you will get the value of y. So an ordered pair will be constructed and you need to plot that ordered pair in xy plane. But ordered pairs are infinite, so it is not possible that you can plot all the ordered pairs, mean all the points which lies on the graph of the given function. So for that you must need to know the shape of the function, the shape of the graph of that function. For example, remember that the graph of the linear functions are straight line. Now I am going towards the graph of a function, and let's say that I am going towards the graph of a linear function. Graph of a linear function. Remember that graph of a linear function is a straight line. Note the graph of a linear function is always a straight line. A straight line. So you know that graph is actually composed of infinitely many points. So when you are constructing the graph of the given function, you need to plot those points in the xy plane, but the points are infinite. So how you can draw all the infinite points? This is not possible. So for that you need to know the shape of the function. So if a function is a linear function, then its graph is a straight line. So the minimum requirement for a straight line is just 2 points. You need just to plot 2 points in a plane while drawing the graph of a linear function, because you know that the graph of a linear function is a straight line. So you must remember the shape of the given function, because if you didn't know the shape of the given function, so it becomes so difficult, by almost impossible, that you need to draw all the points which lies on that graph, mean all the points which make the curve of the graph. So that's why it is the most important point in this topic, that when you are drawing the graph of a function, you must know the shape of that curve, which is the graph of that function. So now if a function is a linear function, so you know that the graph of a linear function is a straight line. So for drawing the graph of the linear function, you just need 2 points in xy plane, because the minimum requirement for drawing a line in xy plane is 2 points. So that's why I am taking an example. Let's say in general form, the linear function f of x is equal to ax plus b, where a is not equal to 0, x is your domain argument, and a, b are constant. So this is the general or standard form, general, or you can say standard form of a linear function. Okay, taking an example, sketch the graph of f of x is equal to 2x plus 1. If the domain is not mentioned, so you people already know that the domain of linear function is the set of real numbers. And now a value that you choose from the set of real numbers is an input. You will get output from this expression. So if the inputs mean the domain is the set of real numbers, so range is also the set of real numbers. So it means that there are infinitely many points will be constructed, mean infinite ordered pairs will be made, and it is impossible to plot each and every ordered pair in xy plane. So for that, it is not necessary that you draw or plot each and every point in xy plane. You just need to plot two ordered pairs in the plane and just need to draw the line from those 2 points, because the minimum requirement for the construction of a line in xy plane is just 2 points. So if you plot 3, 4, 10, 20, so it's your choice, but the minimum requirement for drawing a line in a xy plane are just 2 points. Also, now in this case you see that domain is not mentioned. So domain belongs to set of real number, mean x belongs to set of real numbers. So how many points you will choose from the set of real numbers to put in the function and get the value of y? So how many ordered pairs you need to construct at least? So 2, because 2 points are required for the construction of straight line in the xy plane, minimum requirement. So you need to make a table. Let's say this is a table. This is the value of x and this is the value of y. This is actually y. Okay, now you may choose any value from the set of real numbers. It is your choice. You may consider 1, 1 by 2, 0, minus 1. All the real number is the domain of this function. So the choice is yours. Whatever the value you choose from the set of real number, it's your choice. So I am choosing, let's say 1. So when I put 1 here, so this 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1. So 2 plus 1 you will get 3. So from here you get an ordered pair 1, 3. You get an ordered pair 1, 3. 1 and 3. So this ordered pair graphically represent a point in a plane. So I am considering a rectangular coordinate system. Let's say this is the origin 0, 0. Let's say this point is 1. This is 2 unit distance on x-axis and this is 3 unit. And let's say this is 1 unit, 2 unit and 3 unit, let's say. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so plot this ordered pair 1 and 3. So this is 1 and this is 3. So this is the position of this point. 1, 3 represent the position of this point. Now to draw the graph of this function, to sketch the graph of this function, you also need another ordered pair in xy plane, because this is a straight line. So for straight line at least you need to know 2 points in xy plane. So the choice is yours. I am considering, let's say, minus 1. From this set of real number you can choose any value that will be the value of x. So I am considering minus 1 because this is the domain. You clearly see in the definition that this x must be the domain of the f. So while making an ordered pair, so this must be from the domain. So domain in this case is the set of real numbers, so that's why I am choosing -1 here. So when I plug -1 in the argument of this function, so 2 multiplied by -1 plus 1, so -2 plus 1, so you will get -1. So this is, let's say, -1, and this is your -1. So this is the second point. The position of this point will be the second ordered pair is -1, -1, -1, -1. So now these are the 2 points which is plotted. So just join these 2 points and extend in both the direction. So this is the graph of f of x is equal to 2x plus 1. This is one of the method to draw the graph. But you see here that this graph is passing from x-axis as well as from y-axis. This graph intersecting the x-axis at this point and y-axis at this point. So one of the procedure is to finding the graph of a function, you need to find out the intercepts, mean the x-intercept and the y-intercept of that function, and pass the graph of that function, the curve of that function from those intercept. So you will also get the required function if you know the shape of the function. So while sketching the graph of a linear function, you may also find the intercept instead of finding any 2 points of the plane, because when you find out the intercept, so the intercepts are also 2, x-intercept and y-intercept. So you may need to join, you may need just to pass the straight line from those intercept. So when you are finding the intercept, the graph will be much accurate than this, because now if someone asks from you that this function is passing from the x-axis here and y-axis here, so what is this point and what is this point? So you need to calculate this at least. So for that, the better way is to draw the graph of a function which is linear. So you need to find the ordered pairs for the points which are actually the x-intercept and y-intercept. So another procedure is find x-intercept and y-intercept. For sketching the graph of a linear function, this is completed here, so I am discussing a second method. For sketching the graph of a linear function, find x-intercept, so you will get one ordered pair from here, and y-intercept. How you can calculate x-intercept? X-intercept means the function passing from the point from the x-axis. So when a function passes from the x-axis, so at that y is equal to 0. So for x-intercept, put y equal to 0 in the given function. So y equal to 0 mean 0 is equal to 2x plus 1, because y is equal to 2x plus 1. So this implies that 2x plus 1 equal to 0 implies that x is equal to -1 by 2. So x-intercept is the point which is -1 by 2, 0. And for y-intercept, you get one ordered pair. And for y-intercept, put x is equal to 0 in the given function. So y is equal to 2x plus 1. When you put x is equal to 0, so y will be equal to 1. So this implies that y equal to 1. So the y-intercept is 0, 1. Remember that x must be first in the ordered pair and y will be the second. So you get 2 points. So now plot these 2 points, but these 2 points are the x-intercept and y-intercept, and just need to pass a line from these 2 points. So this is this is another method to draw the graph. So now you see that this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So now 0 1, this is 0 and this is 1, 0 1. So this is the y-intercept. From here the graph will pass from the y-axis, and -1 by 2 0. So this is -1 by 2 0. This point is -1 by 2 0, this point. So now draw the graph from these 2 points. So this is also the same as this. You clearly see that. So this is another method to draw the graph, but this method is more accurate than this, because arbitrary ordered pairs, now you see that from this point you have an ordered pair, from this point you have an ordered pair, from this point you have an ordered pair, but the graph passing from x-axis and y-axis, for these 2 points we must have some ordered pair. So if you mention the ordered pairs for those points, so it will be more accurate, because now in this case you see there is some ambiguity that which point on x-axis and on y-axis the graph is passing. So the better way to sketch the graph of a linear function, you need to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So you will get 2 points, which is the minimum requirements for the sketching of a line, as well as those point lies on the x-axis and y-axis. So you will clearly intersect the line with x-axis and y-axis accurately. So this is one of the method to another method to draw the graph of a linear function. So you may the choice is yours, if you want to make a table or if you want to find out the x-intercept and y-intercept. In table you need to it's your choice that you find 10 ordered pairs, 20 ordered pairs, 4 ordered pairs, 5 ordered pairs, but the minimum requirement is 2 ordered pairs, and plot those 2 ordered pairs and draw the graph, or you find out 2 intercepts and pass the line from that 2. So this is your way to sketch the graph of a linear function. Now if the domain is mentioned, if the domain is not mentioned, so you will consider R, because in general the domain of the linear function is the set of real numbers. But in this case, in the example, in the question here, x belongs to that question is completed, x belongs to 1 2 3 and 4. So now this is your domain. The domain is restricted, although the domain of the linear function is real number R, but in this case you need to choose the value of the x from this set, mean this is the restricted domain. It doesn't mean that 5 is not in the domain. 5 is in the domain, but now in this case in question the domain is restricted to these values. So for that you need to make a table using these values of the domain. We need to draw the graph, we need to sketch the graph of this function. So for that you need to find out the ordered pair, because the graph of the function is a curve in a plane, and you know each and every curve in a plane, if it is a straight line or not a straight line, is actually made from infinitely many points in a plane, and for every point in a plane we have an ordered pair. So if you want to sketch the graph of this function, you need the ordered pairs. So how you can calculate the ordered pairs? The inputs, the domain are this. So this is x, this is y. So you need to put 0, you need to put 1 2 3 and 4. When you put 0, so you will get 1. When you put 1, so you will get 3. When you put 2, you will get 5. When you get 3, you will get 7. When you get 4, you will get 9. So the ordered pairs are 0 1, x must be the first in the ordered pair, 1 3 2 5 3 7 and 4 9. So draw the xy plane. This is x, this is y. So let's say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and let's say this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and this is your origin 0 0. So the first point is 0 1. So 0 1, this is your first point. This point is 0 1. Now the second point is 1 3. So this is 1 and this is 3. So this point is 1 3. Now the third point is 2 5. This is 2 and this is 5. So this is 2 5. The fourth point is 3 7. So this is 3 and this is 7. So this is 3 7. And the last point is 4 9. So this is 4 and this is 9. 4 9. So you need to draw the graph from these points, the straight line. This must be the straight line. So this is a line segment because in this case the domain is restricted to these points. So that's why this must be a line segment. You didn't need to extend this in the both the direction because the domain is restricted. So that's why the whole line will be actually a portion of a line. So that must be the line segment. So this is the way to draw the graph of a linear function. So you see that when I was explaining the domain, so domain and range. So we told that this is the important topic. So that's why this is the important, that when you are sketching the graph, you need to know the domain, because you see that this comes in the domain. You must know the definition. Okay, inshallah, in next video lecture we will discuss the graph of non-linear function, mean quadratic function, cubic function, square root function, and so on. Mean the degree is not equal to 1. If the degree is 1, so that is called linear. So this is the way to draw the graph of linear functions. Thank you.